What size is this router bit? For this, so it's obviously smaller than the previous one, and this is obviously bigger, but I need a number, and there's nothing written on them. So in this video, I'll show you how to do this by measurement, very straightforward. To determine the sizes of the router bits, you might be tempted to grab a ruler, but good luck trying to eyeball the radius of the circle with a ruler, especially on a tiny one. You might be tempted to grab a vernier caliper. The depth probe extends from the caliper like this. And this one also relies heavily on eyeballing the end of the caliper here, eyeballing it with the shoulder here. So this, even on the biggest one I found here quickly, involves some guesswork. Guesswork is no good. To do the math, you need a vernier caliper and need to take two measurements. One is for the outside diameter of the bearing. This is the 1/2 inch bearing. And the second measurement for the outside diameter of the bit at its widest point, somewhere there. And that's 3/4 of an inch in this case. On this biggest router bit, the bearing is a 1/2 inch bearing, and the second measurement is taken here where it's the widest, like so, and that measurement is 1.5 inches. Now let me show you the geometry involved with these circles and the router bits. This is like the one I measured in the shop, and it's got a schematic drawing here that's somewhat simplified, which makes things simpler but somewhat inaccurate as well, especially that I'm going for the radius of this bit, and the radius does not start here outside of the bit. So I've made another drawing on this sheet of paper, another drawing which is going to be even further simplified, but will make things clearer. You see, I made this round over part of the router bit with a circle, like so, and it clearly shows that the circle's center point is right here in the middle of this casting where this pencil is pointing. That's exactly the center of the circle, this point. From here on, it's fairly obvious that we have here 1, 2, 3, a radius of 3 in that direction, and an equal radius of 3 in this direction. In the middle, we have a bearing diameter of 2 units, and from this corner to this corner, another measurement was also taken: 2, 4, 6, 8 units. This one is equally 3 units here. So I hope this makes sense that 8 here is exactly the same length. This is a rectangle like this, yes. Here is your rectangle. It's 8 here. It doesn't matter how long this is here, but 8 equals 3 plus 2 plus 3. How we calculate the radius of the round over bit is fairly straightforward. You measure the outside diameter here, that's 8 in this case, which equals twice the radius, 3 plus 3, plus the diameter of the bearing in the middle. So let's solve the equation, fairly straightforward. Let's take away 2 from both sides of the equation, that is, subtract the bearing's diameter from the diameter of the bit. So 8 minus 2 is 6. And that 6 is 2 is subtracted from this side as well, and that 6 is twice the radius. Yes, twice the radius is a diameter, but that's not important. We need to divide both sides by 2 to get rid of this 2, so the radius is 3 after the division. In other words, this can be written in a different way. Take the 8 would be the outside diameter of the whole router bit, and from this we subtract the bearing diameter. Yes, that's also an outside diameter, but I don't want to have 2 outside diameters: outside diameter of the whole bit and outside diameter of the bearing. Let's just go with outside diameter. That was the 8. The bearing diameter, that was the 2, and then divide this whole thing by 2. 8 minus 2, that was 6, divided by 2 equals 3. So this is your formula. The outside diameter of the router bit minus the bearing diameter on that router bit and divided by 2 will give you the radius. You're done. Use the numbers that I had in the shop. The outside diameter was 1.5 inches. The bearings diameter was half an inch. Let's put everything in decimal numbers and divide that by 2. So 1.5 minus a half is 1. 1 divided by 2 is 0.5 is the radius of the bearing that we had. I redrew everything with new numbers. So if you have an outside diameter of 1.5 and the bearing diameter here is the bearing 0.5, it's obvious that from here to here it's also 0.5, and from here to here it's also 0.5. That's how you make this rectangle. And part of the rectangle is the radius of the round over of that circle.